Welcome back. Today is the 1-year anniversary edition of Daniel and India.
The Martinez fam. 13 months to be exact.
We are diving into a 1-year Q&A wrap-up of our marriage, and boy, was it a year.
It sure was.
We asked you guys on Instagram to leave us some questions, so right off the bat, after 1 year of marriage and 1 month, are you still in love?
No, I'm supposed to be asking you the question. Are you still in love?
Yes.
Oh, yes. And are you happy with India? Yes, I'm very happy.
Care to expound upon that?
I'm just happy. Satisfied.
I'm happy too.
Are you satisfied?
Oh, I'm very satisfied.
Okay. What's the best part about being married? I like that one.
Do share.
I think the best part about being married is that she is stuck with me. Well, it's, I like just having you to do life with, right?
That's
like
sweet.
searching for a house and planning out our lives. Like, it's not thinking of, oh, well, when I get married, you know, I want to have these many kids, this dog. It's like, well, we're already doing it, right? Like, so we can plan things together in, all right, how many dogs do we want? How many kids do we want? You know, let's start looking at houses, things like that.
Yeah.
So I think that's fun. Have somebody to experience life with.
I agree, honestly. That's my favorite part of marriage as well, because you really are my best friend, and I like to have fun with you and do, I don't know, just like the daily things we have fun doing and we can make light of.
How do you resolve conflict or disagreements?
I would say that we have gotten significantly better at this over the time of being together, like even including being engaged and dating. I think we've gotten significantly better since then. We still definitely have room for improvement in our communication skills on both of our ends. But I do feel like in general, our arguments have gotten significantly quicker.
Yes.
Would you agree?
I would agree. Now that we're living together, it's not like, oh, well, I'm just mad, I'm gonna go home, right? It's like we live here and it's like, get over it.
Right.
Right? And we did, I remember in the beginning, we had a conversation where I was like, you know, it doesn't have to be a drawn out thing, you know, like, all right, this upset me, or I would want this better, and you know, we can just move on from there. It doesn't have to be this whole drawn out, this upset me, blah, blah, blah. Right. I'm gonna be upset about it, you know? So it's like, choose joy.
I think that's something that I have worked on a lot, whether you see it or not, in terms of just quickly getting over something and moving forward. Have you seen improvement in that in me?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Sometimes I gotta nudge you, but yeah. Sometimes I gotta remind you, hey, how much work, remember how much better you've been doing on this?
Advice for dating couples to prepare for marriage. Do you have any advice?
My favorite advice is to read a book.
Just any?
Well, not any book. Is to read a book by Ben Stewart called Single, Dating, Engaged, and Marriage. It is so good.
Single, Dating, Engaged, Married. It is very, very good. It's really, really great for prepping you for each stage of life. We could probably stand to read the marriage one again. I think it's just a really, really good book all around for whatever stage of life you're in. It does take a Christian perspective on marriage, and I just think it's really well written and fun and like useful, you know?
All right, folks, we're here for our next question. What are you gonna do for your first year anniversary? So we already did something. India, you can share on your sweet husband's first year anniversary plans.
My husband was very, very, very sweet and planned a trip for us to Nashville, surprised me, left me notes around the house, one for each day, and then the last one was the day before, like, surprise, we're flying, meet me at the airport, and we went to Nashville. It was the best. I'm obsessed with Nashville, low-key want to move there, and yeah, it was really, really great. It was awesome. Daniel planned everything.
A battle that you accepted you'll never win.
Oh, mine isn't actually a battle that I've accepted. It's something I'm gonna keep fighting for.
What is it?
Well, when we get in disagreements, at the end, I need for you to like hug me or like Like if I'm like crying and upset and stuff, like I need for you to, as the man in our marriage, like come over, give me a hug and a kiss.
Comfort you, yeah.
Yeah, and you don't do that. I have to be like, hug me.
Yeah, I don't do that because crying has just been something that I've gotten used to. You know, India.
When was the last time I cried though? I'm not a crier. All right, I'm a crier, but realistically, like when was the last time I cried? Like I feel like people
2 weeks ago.
Okay, 2 weeks ago. If I cried twice a month, what is that? Nothing. That's nothing.
Twice a month?
Yeah, that's nothing.
I don't remember the last time I cried.
Yeah, but that's concerning.
Last time I cried was over a year ago.
Into the hands. Into the hands. What a cute little quirk you have.
That is one thing that India has taught me though.
It's so gross.
Right into my hand.
And then go touch every doorknob in town.
And then she taught me that you're supposed to do it like into your shoulder, into your arm, or sometimes I do my shirt. And then now it's something that I notice all the time.
Yeah.
I'll be places and somebody like sneezes in their hand, even like business stuff.
Yeah.
Like I've been out at like lunches or stuff with people. I know I'm gonna shake their hand after their meeting and they sneeze into their hand during the meeting.
Right, it's gross.
It is kind of weird.
Okay, tell us what is a pet peeve about me that you've accepted or that you want me to still work on? Only one, I know you have many.
One that I have accepted is you getting out dripping wet from the shower. Like she gets the towel, right, while she's still in the shower. She just wraps it up over herself, still dripping, and like will walk onto the floor mat.
Daniel does the opposite. I mean, first of all, what is the floor mat there for? You know, to catch the water. Number two, Daniel will literally be in the shower like, just like for 10 minutes. Like just, and you get a blow dryer.
No, I don't get a blow dryer. Stop lying. No, I don't get a blow dryer. The thing is that our toilet is very close to the shower. Okay. So we only have one mat that is used both for the shower and for the toilet. Okay. Right? So then when I'm using the toilet or when I'm getting in the shower too, and it's wet, it's cold. And I don't like it cold on my feet.
Tragic.
But I have somewhat accepted it. I hadn't said anything in a while, and I did say something like maybe last week.
It's been really nice. Thank you for letting that one go. How has marriage been? Is it like you imagined it to be?
It's been good. It's been great. I mean, nothing to really complain about. Yeah, it's what I imagined it, I guess. Like nothing much has really changed other than me living here.
Right.
Yeah.
I think marriage is great. I think it's super, super special. I do. Yeah. I think that it's really cool. And like, I think in today's society, it gets a lot of like slack. Like, oh, you're married, or like, I don't know, like, oh, you never get to date again, or like, oh, you got the old ball and chain.
I don't want to date anymore. You know?
Me either.
The other day I was in Costco and this little older woman saw that I was wearing this bling. And she said, oh, so young and married, you give me hope.
Oh.
And I was like, oh, wow, that's so nice.
That's really sweet.
Yeah.
I think that if you want to be single, great. If you want to be married, great. But marriage really is like an awesome thing. And it's not like, oh, you're married now, all the fun has stopped. Don't people describe it that way?
Yeah. I don't think the fun has stopped. I think it's like just begun.
I mean, so cute.
It is. Like now we can actually like plan life rather than just like living, you know? Like we can find a house to like settle into and, you know, do things like that. Or really experience life and experience it with somebody by your side. I know you can experience life with like your friends, but like eventually they're gonna get married. And if you're gonna be the one that's like, I'm never getting married.
I have tears in my eyes.
See what I said about crying?
That was just so nice to be like, the fun has just begun. That was so sweet. Do you ever struggle with being too critical of each other?
Yeah, I would say I'm very critical. Not very critical, but I do think like, all right, there's better ways to do things. And I don't keep that to myself. It's like there's a better way to do the dishes. There's a better way to do this, and I will definitely share it.
Yeah.
But I don't take it as like you being critical. I mean, it is critical, right? It is.
See what I'm dealing with, folks?
But I'm not doing it in a way to like put you down. I'm doing it in a way of like, this is a better way of doing it.
I will say, I feel like we've swapped. I think that I've become less critical and you've become more critical.
Sure.
I don't know why, and I think it's very possible that like seasons in life, like that will switch back and forth. But I think I did it a lot to you in the beginning and you hated it, and so I really worked on it. And now
I do it to you and you're okay with it.
No.
And you're learning little by little.
And then when I crack, then you're gonna work on it.
You know what I think it might have been is
What?
when we were first dating in the beginning, you were like,
You didn't want to ruin it because I was so perfect.
No. When we were dating in the beginning, I'm just like, oh, you know, this is fun. Like, obviously I'm in love, but like, we're not living together. I don't care how you take your trash out. I don't care how you do your dishes.
Okay.
And you were critical like on other subjects.
Yeah.
And then once I like graduated, started like being focused and doing things like that, there wasn't much to criticize in that portion.
Right.
And then I moved in here, and then I was critical about how you do house things, right?
Yes. That makes a lot of sense. I guess I just feel like you focus sometimes on the negative when it's like the living room is always clean.
Oh, spotless.
Like,
she's a great cleaner.
The house is always clean.
Always.
And
we've got a great cleaning lady who's not Indian. We pay for this. In fact, she was here today.
Wait, that was hysterical. Once a month, I have someone help me with like baseboards, wiping things down, things like that. But like, I clean the house and I keep this house clean. I vacuum every single day. Like, I pride myself in being a housekeeper in a lot of ways. Like a homemaker is the right phrase, I think. Homemaker. I just don't put away the dishes how you like. I don't do the trash how you like.
I don't think you put away the dishes. I think, anyways, yeah. We won't keep going on that.
No, but I think that maybe you can work on that.
Okay, I will.
Do you feel like society rushed you to get married and now you're like, oh?
No, absolutely not, actually. I don't think.
Can I say something? That's kind of crazy.
Uh-huh.
Excuse me, I kind of wish we would have got married sooner.
Okay.
But that's because now I know that you are the person, whereas I was taking that time to really be sure that you were the person. Does that make sense? What?
We were talking about getting married very, very early on.
Yes, but we did not rush to get engaged. We did not rush to get married.
Yeah, we did take our time.
We took our time because we both are going to be married for life.
Yes. And also what came into play with that was I was still in school.
Sure.
So like I didn't want to get married and be living off of my sugar mama while I'm in school. So like I did feel like I needed to graduate, have an income, you know, be done with school to do that. But I don't feel like society rushed us whatsoever.
Biggest fight you've ever had?
So there was one really big fight where I told India she was just in a bad mood and she's just letting me hear it before we were married. This one's a good one because usually it's my fault. Come on, let's be honest. But this one was India's fault. And I told her something like, if you're gonna talk to me like that or treat me like that, I'm gonna leave. Not like leave her, but like leave for the night.
Okay.
This is like before when you still lived with your parents. And she was like heartbroken. She like showed up to my work the next day. I hadn't talked to her. And then I saw her car there.
Oh yeah.
I was like, what are you doing here?
Yeah.
That was the biggest one that I was angry at India.
Yeah.
India has sporadic ones of her being mad at me.
While we've been married, there's really only been one fight that I can think of where I left our bedroom, slammed the door,
Dramatically.
came to the couch, determined to sleep here for the night, couldn't fall asleep, and then ended up crawling back into bed.
And I went like this, ooh, and I rolled over and I got right in the middle of the bed and I said, whew, I'm gonna go to sleep in this big old bed by myself. I knew she was gonna come back. She's not gonna sleep on this super uncomfortable couch. Like, so dramatic, walking out of the room. What were you mad at me about? Do you remember?
I don't even remember.
See, it wasn't even that big of a deal. It was just a big reaction. She is an actor, guys. You gotta remember that.
How is the sex life? All right, folks, we've officially lost literally all of our light, but I did just want to add that sex is fantastic. I am very grateful that I only will have sex with you for the rest of my life, and that's really all we're gonna touch on that. We're just gonna keep that between the two of us because that's our personal business, but it is lovely. Thank you so much for watching. We really, really appreciate it. Let us know any questions that you have down below, and be sure to check out my Instagram. And until next time, we'll see you soon. Bye, guys.